Well, what you just said as well is interesting is that perhaps the reason why it's off on offense, because the offensive line is outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding. And we just haven't seen those 250-yard rushing games that used to just steamroll everyone with Miles Sanders last year and the same guys in Gainwell and Boston Scott. Doesn't seem to be the same commitment to that, off of which the deep balls to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith will connect, or Goddard over the middle on some sort of play action is not as wide open, and that the issue may just be the guy that they're missing has the Colts in the 7th seed right now in Indianapolis as the HC of the Indianapolis Colts.
I said this 4 or 5 weeks ago to our producer Spoon, who you know, and I was like, hey, I think it blows my mind. No one's saying a word about Shane Steichen, and it's like the Indianapolis Colts have a winning record. They're 6-5, I think, at this point. And I was like sitting there going, man, we got to start talking about this team. Like they're at 500. I don't think anybody in the NFL that's a fan, if you told them, hey, this team's 500 or over 500, be like, who? Like the Colts. They're a winning football team this year. I mean, the job he's done to think of you losing your rookie quarterback who you thought you were going to build things around this year, the Jonathan Taylor situation, how he's really calmed that down. He got the contract, everything. You never heard another word about it. And then every back that seems to step in this offense has a productive day. I just think he's done a tremendous job, and he's one of the tons of coaches I think you could argue should be in that Coach of the Year conversation.
I'm with you, man. I just saw him. I just called their game, Steelers-Colts, on Saturday, and we didn't even mention the defense because they got players all over the lot. The reason why, in many ways, Shaq Leonard was released, this kid, EJ Speed, is all over the lot, and he doesn't even lead the league in tackles. That's Franklin.
Yeah.
And Buckner's up front. It's kind of funny. We were talking to Najee Harris before the game in our production meeting, and, you know, players just know players by numbers.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes you don't get deep into who's actually that guy. And we said, you know, who are you circling on defense? And he goes 99, and somebody said DeForest Buckner, and he goes, is that Buckner? You know,
that's the famous AD comment, right? About Deebo Samuel before he was famous. He called him 19.
Right.
That was Kurt, you know, a huge stir. And it's like, no, Aaron Donald doesn't worry about what their names are.
And Kurt Warner was basically saying to us that is basically the way it is. Like, you just learn the numbers. Yeah. You're not getting deep into what the names are. And he's just like, I was a big Niner fan, you know, and he's really good. I'm like, and then he put it together. Oh, that's 99. It was kind of funny. But the reason why I bring all that up is 99's there.
Yeah.
Okay. And they've taken the ball away 19 straight games, at least one takeaway. So who do you think wins the AFC South right now as we're sitting here?
Oh, man, I think that one's going to be interesting. I mean, Jacksonville has started to, you know, fade, and you look at the Colts, it's like every week I'm like, all right, this is the week that they're going to kind of have one, they're going to lay an egg, and it's like even if the game starts that way, they find a way to win these football games. So I think if you're Jacksonville right now, the one thing I think that plays in the Colts' favor, Jacksonville's starting to have those thoughts creep in their mind of, we started really well. Mm-hmm. We haven't been able to play as well as we played early in the season. That doubt starts to creep in. Whereas for the Colts, they're playing free. And I think the biggest thing I would say about Shane Steichen and that organization, and just when you watch him every week, it just seems like this. Like there's no reaction. You don't ever kind of feel like something dramatic's going on with this football team. They just feel like they just keep marching straight ahead. And I think if I'm Jacksonville, I think that's a football team right now that they're starting to feel that pressure of, we can't make a mistake because this Colts team's going to catch us.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.